it's Sue again. Today we're going to do a couple more videos for you. We've had a few questions come in that people want answers for or suggestions to. So I'm going to help you through this lockdown period to just add to the videos we've already done, and we'll create some more exercises for you, and hopefully it'll help you along on your way. All right, so this demonstration that we're doing shortly will be in answer to Heather's question about any ideas or suggestions to help a horse maintain the pivot foot. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do this. The way I do it, I don't worry about the pivot foot. I make sure the front end is moving. The back end usually can take care of itself. However, having said that, as long as your horse can move off your legs both ways, he can side pass, he can do all those basic maneuvers, then I will demonstrate to you what we do when they move that pivot foot. Now, like I said, it's very important to move the front end first. The horse needs to know and be comfortable moving that shoulder across and moving that front end in a turnaround or a spin or whatever it is. Those great reiners in America, you cannot just watch for the pivot foot. You've got to watch for the whole appearance of the maneuver. So the horse needs to move that pivot foot sometimes to balance. So Heather, what happens is when you're at speed in a turnaround or a spin, the horse has to balance. He's got to balance himself because the front end's moving. So instead of just trying to lock down on this one pivot foot like this, he needs to be able to turn around, and balance a little bit. He's not wanting to go out here, but he is going to have to pick that foot up and down. The problem is if your horse tries to turn around to the right, say on an outside leg. So he's trying to turn around on this leg and this pivot foot's going everywhere. So that's when you have the problem. But again, you cannot just get a horse that's screwing around on the one spot. This horse will have to balance his foot to keep the cadence going in the turnaround. So I hope that makes sense. Again, we'll try and demonstrate it for you and you'll get a better idea of what I'm talking about. So I'm riding this mare two-handed in the bridle just for this exercise, and we're going to turn to the right. So the red foot, if you watch it, that will be our pivot foot. So that's the one we want to exercise on and make sure that she maintains a small, very small circle. Like I said, she won't be turning around fast, but to keep that tiny little foot, it can go up and down, but it can move just very slightly. So there are a couple of little turnarounds slowly. Get it slow and correct first before you speed. Again, if they move that pivot foot, being the red foot, and they move it, use your outside leg to push that hind quarter across so that they've got to put their weight on that inside front foot, back foot. All right, so you're going to use your left leg to push this hip across if they fall out of the pivot. So I'm turning the horse around slowly. Always make sure they're flexing the correct direction of travel. And if you feel that they are moving from behind, you need to push that hind quarter back across and try again. Again, walk out, And try again over here. Again, outside leg a little bit to hold that pivot foot and walk out. Again, make sure you've got the correct bend on your horse all the time. Don't allow your horse to look to the outside of the circle or the turnaround. Always get your correct flexion.